Hi everyone, please subscribe my YouTube channel new more videos. My name is Dolores, and at 29 it's been half a year since I relocated to Oregon. Not one phone call, text message, or email from my parents. No curiosity about where I'd gone, why my lease ended, or why the birthday card they sent never arrived. Not that they ever remembered my birthday anyway. If you've ever felt let down by the people who were supposed to champion you, drop a comment about where you're reading from. I can still picture that final day in Arlington. The sun blazed hotter than usual for March, and sweat dripped down my spine as I sealed the last boxes with tape. Jasper hefted a crate of kitchen gear with a groan, while Ray pressed down the edges of my suitcase with her knee. My one-bedroom apartment was nearly empty by then, just piles of cardboard and a thrift store armchair I didn't bother selling. "You sure you're not gonna tell them?" Ray asked, wiping sweat from her brow with her sweatshirt sleeve. I glanced up from labeling a box bedroom. Donate. "They haven't asked where I live in 3 years. Why would I tell them I'm moving?" She didn't push back, just shared a glance with Jasper, who mumbled, "Still blows my mind." It didn't surprise me. It was par for the course, predictable. I'd been the extra in their family photo for as long as I could recall. Quiet, unseen, only valuable when I served a purpose. Callum was the star, the focus, the reason the spotlight glowed. I was just scenery. The U-Haul we rented groaned as we loaded the final box. I slammed the door shut with both hands, pressing against the metal until it latched. For a moment I stood there, staring at the place I'd called home for nearly a decade, not because it held memories, but because it held absence. "Ready?" Jasper asked, twirling the keys around his finger. I nodded, more than ready. The drive to Ashland was long and still. I watched the scenery shift outside the window, from urban grime to towering redwoods, from cluttered to open. By the time we reached Oregon, something inside me started to unravel. My new apartment wasn't anything fancy. One bedroom, a slightly dated kitchen, a small balcony facing the trees. But it was mine. Truly mine in a way nothing ever had been. I hung my own pictures, arranged my desk just how I wanted, cooked proper meals without anyone dismissing or ignoring me. I woke early, logged into work, watered the herbs by the kitchen window. Jasper and Ray stopped by every other weekend. Edith, my grandmother, called every week like clockwork. No one else did. That was what made me chuckle some nights. Not a bitter laugh, but the kind that echoes in an empty room. I had vanished, and no one even noticed. Not until last week. When the phone rang and the name flashed, I didn't pick up right away. I just stared. This is short video. To watch the full story, click on the link below.